Hello and welcome to another user engagement. Today we have the pleasure of watching Captain ZZRMako sailing in the Tier 8 Baltimore. Now ZZRMako is actually a regular on my Twitch channel. I stream over there on a Wednesday evening and also on a Sunday evening. So please feel free to drop me a like and follow there as well as so I can subscribe to the video. Now he's actually in a Tier 8 game with everybody in Tier 8. There is the carriers in play and you can tell it's the Implacable coming in to have a go there. But apart from his rockets and torpedoes and the spotting ability of the carrier, it's not one of the stronger types that could give Mako a hard time here. And of course he's pushed up quite strongly right in the centre using the floaty shells, but because he got spotted early he had at least 4 people shooting at me, so he's ducked, dodged and dived and got away from most of the incoming fire. I think the Richelieu did get some chip damage off him, but this is actually quite an aggressive position to be in such a game, but it does mean he can use one of his major Tatlan apologies. He is just looking around trying to find a target at the moment. So maybe you got a little bit motion sickness there. But anyway, it's a very strong position for his other utilities in this ship, which includes the radar and the hydro. However, she does lack the up close punch of her contemporaries and doesn't have torpedoes and doesn't have smoke. So the use of the islands here is great to keep you alive. You don't really want to get caught in open water in the Baltimore. She can get pretty much penned and citadel from all sides, but again, there it goes, pops the radar, spots the hipper, shots out, ducks behind the island before the hipper can really realise, picks up a cheeky citadel, nice play there, and he gets away scot-free. So a nice little bit of trade there, 0 damage and got a citadel in return, adds to all those points at the end. And that's one thing I do have to mention. He doesn't have a result screen, so we're just going to have to go on roughly what he wins. But I really enjoyed the game. I really enjoyed how he defended the flanks. I really enjoyed his awareness of the battle map. And I really enjoyed particularly, which you don't often see in American cruisers, the use of AP and HE. He does swap between the two quite readily. And there he is, firing perfect broadside against the Amalfi with the armor piercing, and it does do some damage if it does connect. Sadly that salvo didn't. Obviously my timing is off there, so he's pulling back here to cover this side, because if you notice on the mini map, there's not many friendlies over this side of the map. You've got the destroyer and you've got the Amagi, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else defending this entire flank against the Richelieu, cruisers, destroyers, battleships, you name it. And this Bismarck is being very, very bold, pushing very close up and going to get a lot of crossfire in. Admittedly, this has actually forced Mac to push back and show less of a side. And so he's popped back to the high explosive because the ship is bow on, and so he's already got a fire. He'll probably get a couple more before the time's due, and just opening up. Now he's got the detection awareness. He's showing a bit more broadside here. That's not an issue really, because he's not been detected. Well, not been targeted, should I say, rather than detected. Clearly he's detected. And this Bismarck is holding his fire, quite rightly, because there's something far more important to shoot at, and that's the Chapayev. The friendly Chapayev pushing right along the coastline there. And he's making it plain to all that can see what he wants to do. He wants to torpedo this Bismarck to oblivion. Yep. Yeah. Torpedo this Bismarck to oblivion. Bismarck is clearly aware of this and is pushing back behind the island, forcing that Chapayev to go further and further around, bring him into fire from the Richelieu and all those ships which are pushing up into A point. There he is, pushing up, going for it. Come on. Oh, changes his angle because he can't hit the Bismarck. Chapayev has gone around the corner, got absolutely blatted by Citadels. Does he get torpedoes off? He's still alive, just marginally. Can he get it? Come on. And no, he can't. The Bismarck gets the kill. And staggeringly, the Bismarck survives. So how much use that Chapayev did, I don't know. Yeah, okay, just survived. 180 health there. And the follow-up cruiser there is going, yeah, no, I don't think I will do that. Thank you very much. I'm going to stay in the cap and actually come and support Mako as he comes toward here. He's finally gone round the headland. The Amalfi has already have a pop. The Richelieu is now having a pop. He's still got the high AP loaded, but has clearly swapped back to a high explosive because the Richelieu is charging him. He's giving this guy a kiting of all belief. The daring on his right, as we see it, oh, Tellai is on his left, is doing a cracking job as well, keeping everybody spotted. We've got another fire. It's just all about trying to give ground and actually just try and hopefully somebody else does some damage, because this is not a position you want to be with American cruiser. They're a little bit paper thin. Torpedoes are coming out from the daring. That's pretty good. It just has a quick check where the aircraft carrier is. Oh, they're looking good, those torps. Looking very, very good. One. Let's see if we can get any more. He has slowed down. Did he actually predict that? Yes. Gets another one. And will he get a third and final one? Yes, he does. Taking that Richelieu down to some very low health. He's flooding. Another fire. That guy is dead. Fantastic. I think it's a dare anyway. We'll see. And Mako gets the kill. Now the Amalfi, who is playing huggy border at the moment. And it's quite interesting if you actually roll back to how the Amalfi actually deals with the damage, incoming damage. Every single time he turns away. Now he can get away with that because he's got some laser guns there. So, but because he's doing the same thing over and over again, he's actually pushed himself out of the fight now. And also with that knowledge, you can then roughly predict what he will do when he gets under fire. But anyway, talk about Chapayevs. I wonder if this guy's learnt from his other two friends. There's one right at the start of the game and got deleted from existence. And we got another Chapayev who decided to go for a torpedo run of epic proportions. He's taken the wider line. He's predicted the torps there. So he knew they were going to be coming. And he tried to get some torps across. They didn't obviously work. The Targo trading shots with the Amalfi there because he can't get the torps round. Took a staggering amount of damage there, but not too worried about that. Oh, he's getting a bit of... Yeah. AP loaded. Broadside. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Yep. One Citadel. I think you deserve more there, Mako. Let's see if we can do it again. Shots out. Oh, misjudged the speed tight, but not. Don't worry. Another Citadel. And that has forced the Chapayev to back off. DD's now firing in because he probably doesn't. He's not too worried because he's not been targeted, and quite successfully, these three guys here have defended the flank against resounding numbers. No real particular why, but they just knew the position they were in and had to give ground to then allow the enemy to come at them one at a time, and they managed to focus fire, killing one after another after another. So who's going to get this Chapayev? Come on. Mako's had some good luck so far with getting the final kills. Come on. Shots out. Oh, this might be it. Ah! Agonizingly close. Shots again. Must be it. Surely the Chapayev knows he's in trouble. Goodbye. And he takes an almighty broadside from the Amalfi there. Ah. Now... he does have a couple of options here. He can either go south and try and take the caps where the rest of his team have pushed round, or he can try and clear his back line against them. Ouch! Amalfi. who at the moment is certainly got the better of this fight because he's got better gun velocity, so can aim better at longer ranges rather than the floaty shells of the American cruiser line. They do come in handy shooting over islands, but not anywhere else. So it's a one-on-one, uno v uno here. And it'd be interesting to see what that Amalfi does, because he's clearly run out of sea, and that's the map border there. Shots out. He's turning in. That's what he probably should have done a while back. Oh, Mako dodges most of those. More shots out. Explosive now loaded. It's showing he's now coming bow in. Lovely use of gun ammo choice. And that was probably the biggest mistake the Amalfi could have done. This has given Mako a chance to get into closer range, where his radar, although he doesn't need it because the Amalfi decided to fire, and his bloom is the bloom on that cruiser is pretty wide. I bet he wish he had armor piercing loaded, but he's still got a high explosive. He's going to try and turn and kite. Swap to AP now. The Amalfi has now started to turn away. Notice that? He has just started to turn away. Does he predict well? Because he's back in the smoke, so this is a free shot. Yes, hell yes, he does. 2 citadels for his trouble. Fantastic. Come on, mate. Finish this guy off. Oh, this can finish each other off. You, sir, were rather lucky. So not much left on the enemy side. There's a couple of battleships and the aircraft carrier. His team are certainly in the ascendancy at the moment. And remember that Bismarck? Well, just to check out the scores on his teams, on the enemy team. That guy, even though he was down to 180 health, managed to get 2 kills. Nice, well played, mate. Well played. Oh, talking of which, that's a very low health cruise battleship there. Ooh. I wonder. Remember those floaty shells I was talking about? Are you going to try it? You're going to try and kill steal, Mako? Are you going to kill steal? He is, you know. He's lining it up. Shots out. That guy takes that someone out. Does he get it? Does he get it? Yes, he does. Bringing up his 4th kill. Another armor piercing salvo. Beautiful hit. Another citadel. Fantastic. Well played. Pretty much signed the death warrant of that cruiser there. Brilliant. Well played. And certainly now we're in ascendancy here. There's not much more left in this game. There's only going to be a carrier very shortly, because that guy cannot survive. Survived longer than I thought he was. I should have watched this a bit better. There he goes. So let's skip forward a little bit and do the final attack on the aircraft carrier's position. Here we are. We've got the music going. You know it's going to come to an end. But there's the carrier. Who's going to get it? The Implacable. Hasn't really paid much damage to Mako during the game. But will he get the final kill in this one? He's using that beautiful lobbing of shells, which he demonstrated before, over against the Bismarck to do a kill steal. You naughty, naughty man. But hey, that's still part of the fun. He's getting the shots out. The friendly aircraft carrier has actually provided the fighter Kishino above him, because he knows that he's on low health, and the carrier can actually take him out if he gets some planes up. I don't think he has though. He's getting shots in from the left. He's moving forward. He's really much in a pincer. The friendly carrier is coming for a torpedo strike. This would be beautiful if he does connect. Yep, there he goes. There's torpedoes dropped. Come on. Oh, just get round this island. Get round this headland. Couple more torpedo hits. Shot a few planes down. There he goes. Oh, can he do it? Not quite yet. He's got the AP loaded. He's after those citadels. He wants to open him up like a king can. Shots out. Oh, come on. Bounced off the flight deck. And now he's got the angle. Can he do the final deed and get his Kraken? Yes, he can. And well played. And I've had to freeze the frame there because we don't have an end screen. But 146,000 damage if you include the carrier. 6 citadels and some lovely use of HP and AP. Thank you very much for allowing me to do a review on this game. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.